Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Penalty Loop Podcast, a podcast about biathlon by Jordan Gottschalk from Penalty Loop and a regular guest, RJ Weiss from Biathlon Analytics.
RJ, how you doing, man?
Good.
Excellent.
Excellent. Another return guest.
Sure do.
Justus has been not only flexible in making some changes, but to be here on this Monday. So welcome again, Justus. How are you doing?
Hi, nice to see you guys. I'm fine. We are at a training camp right now in Italy. So I enjoy the life of a professional biathlete.
And are you're skiing on the glacier then, or?
No, just roller skiing in Martello.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody who does biathlon know about the tracks. And it's just roller skiing, and we will change our training base to Antholz in 2 days. So we use the a little bit of altitude here, and then we are ready to hit some high intensity training next week.
And maybe then it's not so much fun to be a professional athlete.
Probably.
Yeah. So, big change from last time we spoke. You're a dad. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. But I miss them right now. It's kind of unreal, but it gets more. I get more and more used to it, and I think we start to have something like a daily routine. But right now it's the first training camp and the first time I'm separated from my boy and from my wife since a long time, and that's kind of hard right now. But I'm looking forward to Thursday, because then they will join us in Antholz, and he will watch me training. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
are you not putting him on skis yet?
Not yet. No, not yet on skis. He has to learn to walk first.
He is what? 2 months old? I mean, he's very young.
He's 2 months and 2 days today.
Yeah.
So 2 months and 2 days.
I remember those days.
I very clearly remember my kids being that young, and now my youngest is turning 12 tomorrow.
Oh.
So it goes fast. So I know it's hard for you to be away, but when you do have the chance to be home, enjoy every minute of it, because it goes super fast.
Yeah.
And make sure to change every stinky diaper you can, and give your wife a break from it. It's my number one piece of advice.
I do it. Yeah, I'm really helping her, and especially during the night, I have the night shifts to care for the diapers. And on the daytime, it depends if I have training or not. But if I'm at home, then she always let me do this task to have some time.
Good man.
So what do you do when it's the middle of the night and you need to kind of rock the baby, or have you gotten a TV watching routine or something already? Or
no TV watching. It's just cuddling helps him mostly, and then feeding is always the best choice. And then
I agree.
But he's quite calm during the night, so he comes for his 1 or 2 times to get something to eat, but he has no other times that he's awake at night, so he's sleeping very well. It's usually the evenings when he's a little bit tired and isn't sleeping so well, or doesn't want to sleep but has to sleep because he's tired from a long day, and then he's a little bit exhausted.
Cranky.
And then but it's right now it's changing every week. So every week is a new challenge. Something else is developing, and he's seeing the world with new eyes. And it's nice because right now the smiling update seems to be ready. So he starts to smile and look at you, and
nice.
That's really nice, and I'm really looking forward.
It's the best
to Thursday to see him smile. Yeah,
that's going to be so great.
I should just put your wife and your baby at the finish line of a training session.
Yes.
I will definitely do that next week.
Yeah.
Actually, the other thing I was going to say is, when we pay attention to you this season, we're going to know when your son had a bad night, when you have a bad race the next day. You're like, oh, well, Justus's son must have been, he must have been very cranky last night.
Nah, I hope.
Or maybe that'll power you forward.
Lays down for prone shooting and then doesn't get up and takes a nap.
Yeah, just falls asleep.
Yeah.
Maybe during zeroing, but not in the race.
No. How hyped are you? What's your personality? Are you someone who still gets nervous for every race, or are you pretty calm and laid back? Or
we discuss this every season before the first World Cup, because especially before the first World Cup, you're super nervous, and it's you got shaky legs, and it feels like the first World Cup in general. So I always thought it will be or become less, and you get more relaxed and just cool. But that's not the case. During the season, it gets easier. I would say, where you are, what your strengths are, what your position in the field is or might be, and so then it's a little bit easier. You know what to expect from the race, and then it's a little bit easier. But especially the first weekend is always really exciting, and also the highlights like World Championships or probably the Olympic Winter Games this year will be something special, and then the tension will be really high.
Hopefully a little bit, I would say easier per se, but at least you guys know the stadium and the track and stuff, right? Because I think that was it 4 years ago in Peking, that nobody really knew what the track was like, and that must be really tough.
For sure, it's like a World Cup. For us, we know the facilities, the track, and it's also nice that we can train there next week to really get to know all the new buildings and get to know the shooting range a little bit more. But we all skied there, and it's a really nice venue, and I'm really looking forward to ski there.
Do you know if they made any changes to the track or the shooting range, or?
The finish or the way to the finish line is like last year in World Cup, so that's already been changed for the last World Cup. And I'm not sure. I think there are some more buildings or some more rooms probably underneath the shooting range, but I think the track itself should be quite the same, or should be the same like last World Cup. So no, I don't think there have been more changes to that.
What was your feeling about the changes with obviously the finish now going, I think, behind the range? Did it affect the competition at all?
A little bit. You can't put everything on the line on the last uphill to the Hulbaan. You have to keep something for the last meters because they're really hard. You have this long straight and then this small climb behind the shooting range and another long straight, and then you go down to the finish line. So there's really a lot of space where you can lose positions or you can gain positions. So you have to keep that in mind and be really fast and ready to do some sprinting in this last part of the loop. So that is a little bit, that's longer than it was before. But that's not a major change, because the rest of it's only affecting the last loop. The other, first two or first four loops are the same.
Still makes me think of Kreutz in Oslo, when she went behind the shooting range and then down the hill, and then there's that little bump there in Oslo. I don't know if you remember, just where you go over that little bridge, and then on the downhill of that, she almost seemed to fall.
No, you don't have this this kind of how to say
bump.
You don't have a bump in there. It's just and it's not that steep like in Oslo. In Oslo, it's quite a fast accelerating downhill. And Oslo, the last times I've been there, always was really soft and deep snow, so that doesn't make it easy. And Antholz, you're used to perfect conditions, so I think there won't be any problems.
It's fingers crossed.
I was going to say, I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe that you raced in Beijing in 2022, correct?
No, I didn't.
So this, leading into it, assuming things, progress the way we believe they will be, I mean, this is really going into your first big Olympic season. How are you noticing that things are different in the training this summer, and sort of the way that you all are preparing?
You always change a little bit the training in order to keep up with your development. So I think every summer was a little bit different than the summer before, because I got older, and also if you've been sick or something like this, you have to react to that. But in general, we did a little bit more intensity this year, or more intensive training, because over the last year we did a lot of easy training and to make the basement, or how to say, to the basics. And now it's time to really get in shape to collect the last part. And therefore we do more intensity training, more intensity shooting. So that's also a focus to shoot on high intensity, to really do what it takes to win races, to do biathlon. If you want to get better in biathlon, you have to do biathlon. So that's what we're doing right now. And that's the focus this summer.
And who's the fastest shooter so far?
Well, prone, it's me. That's but standing, I'm having my ups and downs, and I'm especially in standing, I have to focus on hitting the targets more than taking 1 or 2 seconds off the time, because I think my standing shooting is fast enough. I can make a difference in prone if it's necessary, because there I feel really comfortable. But in standing, it's more about hitting the targets for myself, because that's where I have my weak point, and so I have to focus on that. And if I manage this perfectly, then I can think about getting faster. But you can gain 1 or 2 seconds in the shooting range and lose 23 in the penalty loop. So
fair enough.
And just to be clear, weak being relative, I think a lot of people would take your last 2 seasons of standing shooting, 93% and 86%. Nothing too weak about it.
Yeah, but that's a decrease of 7% from the previous season to the last season. So
but now you're going to prove us that was just an outlier.
Oh yeah,
I hope so. That's the goal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've actually had a dream about you and Vanessa.
About
winning the
Vanessa.
gold medal in Antholz. Yeah, it was really weird.
But
the single mixed.
Yeah, but that won't happen at the Olympic Winter Games. There's no single mixed, unfortunately.
No, I know. That's why it was in my dream, I guess. But hopefully it's still a good sign for both of you.
Yeah, I hope so. That was like a dream. This day was like a dream for sure. To win there in this with this crowd and crossing the finish line with the flag in my hands, that's something really special. And I'm not sure if I will have the honor to do this again with a flag in my hand. That was a very special day.
Well, like you said, to get better at winning, you have to win. So you know, you're on the right track for that.
Hopefully there will be some more wins, but it's a hard way to get there. I'm not a Norwegian.
Oh, for sure.
You mentioned that it was a drop of 7%, in your standing shooting. I actually, in going through and getting ready for this, I went through your statistics, and they are remarkably close between the 23-24 season and the 24-25 season. I mean, they're very, very, very close. And I think that really just reflects how small the difference is between getting on the podium and having those really high-end finishes versus having a very solid season like you did last year. And I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but I think you got sick in the middle of last season as well. But was there anything in particular about last season that you saw that just kept you from taking the extra little step from being very good to having the same success like you did in 23-24?
Well, the last season was a little bit worse from the results, just if you compare the places compared to the season before, just because I would say the midfield got very close last season. The skiing, I had the same. I was 1.5 or 1 minute slower than the first skier, only skiing. And in the season before, I was maybe 20th place or something like this. And this year I was 30th place. So there have been more guys in the same or in the same time. And also I missed some more shots. And that's basically what cost me the top 10 finishes or even top 6 finishes. I didn't even make one top 6 finish, if I remember correctly, last season. But what made a big difference was the 2 medals at the World Championships last season. So that was something that was missing in the season before, and that's something really important, what was missing. So if I have to trade off 2 places in overall in World Cup against 2 medals, I'd probably do that deal. So it was something was better. Some things have been better last season. Especially shooting has been better in season 23-24, but that was a record season, so it's always tough to beat a record again. And skiing was maybe a little bit better last year, but I have to focus on hitting the targets again. So if I can combine or if I can get a little bit better in skiing again and then do another, really, really strong shooting season, then I hope I can make this last step to have more like top 6 finishes. That's the goal.
I also think when you have a shooting percentage up in the 90s, then the difference between one year where most edge shots fall your way and then maybe the next year the edge shots just, don't fall your way, that could make a big difference on that number right away, right? Do you actually analyze like how many edge shots you have in the season and that kind of thing, or?
I hoped you could tell me something like this, so I don't do it, but I was
that's the only data I don't have, but it sounds like that data might become available in maybe a couple of seasons, because weren't they trying out a system that instantly shows where the shot went?
Yeah, we also had it at the city biathlon in Dresden. It's the new Kurvinen system, I think. That's the plus side of this new system, that it shows where the shots are right away. That's really nice. Also for zeroing, because you don't need the paper targets. You can just do it on the regular targets. You can also shoot in line, so you don't have to use only one target. You can use all the 5 targets all the time. So that's something really nice. But the downside is that you have no feedback from how the hit sounds on the target. Usually you hear if you miss, or you hear if it's a close miss. So you can hear, that sounded like a mistake, but it's still the target still went down. So I have to be careful. That could be an edge shot. You don't have this kind of feedback. Everything sounds exactly the same. And what was really disturbing me, or was really not used to it, is how slow the targets react, because you're used to, you hit the target and then it directly gives you feedback if it's a hit or a miss. And this system was always like, I was thinking I missed all the time, and then I looked up, I was hitting all the targets, but you have to you have to wait for the targets to fall. And it's maybe it's a 1/10 of a second, but you're so used to the reaction time, and this is just slightly just a little bit slower, and that already makes a huge difference, especially when it comes to fast shooting. Like, but if you have if you use a 1.5 seconds rhythm, you won't see the targets go down. You just have to check in the end.
Which in a way is probably good, right? Because as soon as you pull the trigger, you have to forget about that shot.
Yeah, but it also makes you confident if you hit. It's always tough to shoot fast on paper targets. For example, if you do a series on paper targets, you tend to shoot slower than on metal targets, because then you always have the feedback. Okay, that was a hit. I can maybe do it a little bit, or And on paper targets, you never know, and that's why you stay maybe a little bit more careful. So it could affect the hit rate positive.
They're not using that system, right? This season.
I don't know if there's a shooting range where it's used right now. I'm not sure. I only used it in Dresden. I'm not sure. Maybe in Biathlon of the World Team Challenge in Schalke.
Right.
Maybe they use it. That I can imagine that. But otherwise, I'm not sure.
Have you found that it's pretty accurate, or is there still quite a bit of a margin between where it actually hits and?
That's like blaming your miss on the ammunition. I have to trust the targets.
Well, I just meant more like, I guess I meant it more like the faith in the new system. Like, do you feel like where it shows that the target was hit on the computer screen of the system compared to what your coach sees in the actual target? Is it very accurate?
He doesn't see it. It's not visible. You can't see the hit. No. It's I'm not sure what, but I think it's like a plastic or something. It absorbs the.
Okay.
Well, I guess so. So you don't have paint coming off the target, so you can see where you hit. That's not the case anymore. So you don't see it. So you can't use the coach can't see anything. You have completely to trust in the iPad or on the computer, so you can't double check. But I have faith in it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, but that's quite a change then. If you don't have the sound anymore, and you don't have to, because even at my level, I can hear when it's a hit or miss without. Because we do this drill sometimes with shooting with your eyes closed. Yeah. And you can still kind of get a sense. And you probably even use it when you're adjusting for the wind to know, I should probably do another click or.
or at least you have like a warning sign if it's a edge shot.
Right.
So, but it's not always right.
Yeah, that's true. Do you shade at all? Like, I don't know what they call it in Germany, but where you kind of instead of using clicking on your rifle, do you kind of aim against the wind a little bit, or do you always use the?
I know it depends on the wind. If it's like changing all the time, then you have to do it by aiming. But that's like high. That's really high class of shooting. I would say you have to be really confident in doing that. And you can do it when you're calm, and if it's just easy shooting, then it's precise. But if you do it on a higher heart rate, for example, in a competition, I would say that's really tough to do. And if you want to rely on that, so I think then it's better just to make a real clean shot, and then have the trust that the wind is not so strong to move your shot out of the target.
Right.
And if it's the case, you have to click, but just by aiming, that's tough. But it depends on the situation.
Is that something that comes with experience, would you say?
Yeah, it comes with experience, but I don't remember using it in a competition, and I don't remember a race where it was necessary, because if the wind is this strong that you have to like aim a little bit more left or right, then usually you have also a big affection of your rifle itself. So your rifle is moving in the wind, and then it's probably better just to wait the gust and wait until the wind is down a little bit more. So that's probably the more secure way than to trying to aim left and right, depending on the wind.
I'm just going to ask a tangentially related question, but do you have a favorite range? Like, do you have somewhere where you get and you're like, it doesn't matter what the conditions are, you just feel comfortable there?
Yeah, for sure. There are some ranges where it's easier. So you have, for example, Oberhof is a range where the wind is quite, or can affect the flags quite strong, but you don't have to click so much. And there are also shooting ranges like Ruhpolding. If there's the slightest change with the flags, you have to react. So you have to be really careful with the flags and change. And also the lighting. So especially Antholz with the bright sun, it can become quite, or it can be hard for the eye to focus on the dark targets when there's so much white snow reflecting the sun, and then you have to have some strategies to block your eye, or I have to use another something to cover my eye. Another eye cover to cover off the bright snow. And in Östersund or so, where it's dark, that's no problem at all. So you can just shoot because there's no sun anyway.
So in Antholz we see the people with the cards.
For example. When the sun is coming from in front of you and shining into your eye, that's always quite a difficult task.
The first time I saw that, I thought somebody was cheating with playing cards. So actually, I remember that used to be very popular with like soccer teams when they would travel, long distances from one game to another, and they would play cards a lot. Is that something that still happens in biathlon as well?
We always have some playing cards in our bag to kill some time during waiting at the airport. So that's still quite popular. Or we play some chess. Also, some of the guys have a little travel chess board. So chess or playing cards.
Nice. And in the hotel, is there somebody who brings a PlayStation or a Xbox or?
No, I think
Oh.
Johannes Kühn has something, has like a Nintendo Switch. But the other guys, it's more, reading a book.
Who is the chess champion?
The chess champion, I think it's close between David and Simon. It's David Zobel and Simon Kaiser. I definitely not the champion. I tried to beat David and never made it, so I lost all games. And Simon Kaiser, it's the same. I also lost every game. So I tried, but
and how's your poker face?
That we played to play poker. It's long time ago, but I remember a round of poker I won. But so my poker face is for sure better than my chess game.
Well, maybe you and I should play then, because I'm also bad. So maybe I could get you a win, get your confidence going.
Hopefully, but if I would lose, then my confidence would be even worse, because you told me you've been a bad chess player, and if I lose, then it's not a good sign for me.
Do you have a roommate that you have for the entire season, or do you guys just switch it up depending on the week?
We guys switch up usually, especially if you have a whole trimester. So like 3 weeks in a row, it's also nice to change roommate sometime, because then you don't get on each other's nerves. But most of the time I'm with David Zobel or Philip Horn. Those are my roommates most of the time. And in some accommodations, we also have like bigger flats where all the guys are in one room or in one flat, and also. But it changes. Everybody is compatible with everyone, so it doesn't matter. I can be with everybody. It's no problem.
Did you ever roommate with Eric Lesser or Arndt Pfeiffer?
No, I've never been.
They were always together, I believe, right?
Arndt ended his career before I was in World Cup, and Eric only was one. Not even Eric was a complete season. I only had the seasons with Benedikt Doll, but he usually was on his own or with Roman Rees or Johannes Kühn. So yeah.
Well, you know that you're talking to Philip Horn's personal driver when he's in Canmore, correct?
No.
So
that wasn't Philip Horn.
Oh, was it? Oh, I apologize. I thought it was Philip Horn. I'm sorry. I thought that was who it was.
One of the Claude brothers, the one that dates.
Emilien.
Emilien.
Emilien, yeah. And there was an Austrian guy, Langemüller or something like that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was Horn.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It was an IBU Cup, and then Emilien won, and him and the Austrian guy were standing, and the weather was horrible, and they were standing with their flowers, and it was like going all over the place. And I had watched them. My family and I were driving back, so we're like, "Does anybody want to ride?" Because you have to kind of go to Canmore anyway.
Yeah.
So we dropped them off at their hotels.
So you live in Canmore?
No, I live in Calgary. But
okay.
It's about an hour, right? So it's and I go there. Actually, it's the worst year for Canadian athletes because the Canmore shooting range has been closed up till now. It still blows my mind that the main biathlon center in Canada's shooting range has been closed in the Olympic year. But
why? Because
what it is, I guess. My guess is that because the biathlon range is in a provincial park. There's a lot of, I don't know if it's politics, but there's government involved, and then everything has to, follow the exact rules when it comes to bidding for projects. And
okay, They
haven't been very lucky
with
the contractors, I think, but I don't know the details. But
okay, that's bad luck.
Yeah,
really bad luck.
Yeah.
I feel
maybe
bad
they've
for
been
those
able
guys.
to focus on the skiing, and then.
So, Justus, you mentioned City Biathlon earlier, and there's a question I've been wanting to ask you. So, you are very familiar with the finishing stretch in Dresden. You know, when you were last season with Johannes. So,
yeah.
Do you think there's a chance that this season that Canton, did he just not see Eric Perrault behind him? What happened there? You've been there. You have raced it. You have a much better feeling about what happened at the end of that race.
Well, I think he didn't see him of course, because the track is like one way in one direction, and you have a turnaround and go back. So you don't have like corners where you can see each other anymore, except this short turnaround in the end. But I think Canton just would have been able to celebrate and enjoy his victory without Eric having a chance if he would have skied 50 meters longer or something like this. So it is a show race, so he probably didn't expect Eric to steal the victory from him. But he started to celebrate a little bit too early, so he had to trust in Eric that he wouldn't do it, or he wouldn't try it. And he tried, and he made it. So he saw his chance, and Canton would it wouldn't be a problem for Canton to didn't give him the chance, and still would have enough time to celebrate. So it was just a little bit unfortunate. If he would have gone 50 meters longer and then start to celebrate, he would have won without Eric having a chance, and he probably wouldn't even try. But it is what it is, and I think Canton he was really upset afterwards, or not. He was like really calm and didn't say much in the changing room and was not very talkative. So I think he was quite annoyed by himself, or about the whole circumstances, because he probably didn't expect Eric to steal the victory from him, especially because they are teammates. So if I would be in Eric's position, I don't think I would have gone for the last meters to steal the victory. I probably also would have just have him his celebrations and deserved victory. So
But if you were in Canton's position and Simon Kaiser would pass you in the last meters, would you be upset with him or with you?
In the first moment, probably upset with him. But if I would be totally honest to myself, the only person I can be upset with is with myself, because it was completely in his own hands. He didn't break a pole or something like this. He didn't fall. It was just a little bit too early. We see it a lot of times in cycling when they sprint for the victory, and it's I think it happens 2 or 3 times every year. You see a clip where somebody is celebrating a little bit too early. So it happens, but you do this mistake only once.
Yeah, ideally, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then cycling it, I don't know exactly, but it's, after cycling for 6-7 hours, 200 kilometers or whatever the distance is.
Yeah.
It's better do it in a show race, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So how are things going with the team, with your new head coach? I know that was kind of an odd situation. I think that a lot of biathlon fans were sort of caught off guard by Velpech leaving sort of before the season was over, but at least it kind of gave you guys a chance to start moving on. How are things going?
Really well. I think Tobi Reiter or Tobias Reiter, they are and Jens Filbrich, our like skiing coach, they are working together really well. They've worked together in IBU Cup before, so they've known each other as coaches, and they really like to work together. And they're doing the same right now. The Tobi Reiter is like typical German, really structured, really having a plan, and but he's also really motivated. It's crazy how you feel the fire burning in him for the sport, and he's able to deliver the spark to us athletes too. So the fire is catching us too, and you can't help yourself, or so that's really nice, and it's a lot of fun. I think this summer was probably, besides the becoming a dad and so on, also only having the view on the training. It's also the most fun summer I had in the last years. So I really enjoy training and working with those two guys, and I'm really looking forward to the winter, and I hope we also can put those good training hours into good competition results. But it's really good training, and it's a really good plan we have, and we all trust in this plan, and try to fulfill it as best as possible. And so far it's looking good, and we will see how it works out in winter.
I love the way you said that, with like bringing the fire, right? And just that you guys are catching fire. So I love that. That just makes me really excited. So I just want to see that, because you can have a great training plan, and then you just add that extra element onto it, and it can take you to a whole new level. And man, you gave me the goosebumps.
Hopefully the results in winter give you goosebumps too, or us.
Oh yeah.
So that's.
Well, I find it always funny where people, when you talk about sports and you say, well, they should also have fun, a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's professional sports and it should be serious. But I would hope that everybody that goes to their regular job still, you're not going to laugh out loud every day, but you still should have some fun as well, right? So if it just becomes a grind, or it's hard to keep motivated, where if you just, there's room to joke around, and I think that's very important.
The first 3 days, the first 4 days here in Martello, we had like 2 to 5 degrees Celsius. So just it was rain still, but not much. It also was some snow, and raining or snowing all the time. So the last 4 days have been without any fun in training, I would say. So it's not always fun. To make that clear. But today was sunny, so today was fun again. Good. But the last week was
I guess
quite
it's
tough.
also, how you interact with your teammates outside of this training, or right? That's important.
Yeah, it's always better in group, or especially such hard days with bad weather and bad conditions are always easier in a group where you can suffer together. That's always easier than suffer alone. So that helps. Right. And if the coaches are also suffer because they are also standing in the rain and watching you shooting, and so that helps. If the coaches stay at home and just drinking coffee and say, boys, have fun in the rain, we stay here, and it's a different story. But they stay with us and try to support us and make us better every day. And you can really feel that they want to make us better, and also have an open ear for our problems or ideas, what we can change in training, or how we are feeling, how we should adapt our training. And so it's really good basis also in communication. It's also very, very important that you can communicate, and the the trainers or the coaches are listening to you and can help you, and everybody has his, also you're training as a group, but still everybody has to have his own individual plan. And that's working right now really well.
Still one of the highlights of the World Championships, how you were, as teammates. Sometimes you see, teammates are happy for each other and happy about winning the race, but the way you guys responded to each other was pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
It was also really special that all of us guys were able to come home with a medal. That's something that's not happening very often, that everybody had his medal, and that was something really special. And it was also the reason why we were such a good team there and really happy for each other, because everybody was able to be happy for each other and not being the one without a medal. So that was a really nice experience also for us as a team.
Yeah.
I mean, must be pretty tough if you're a Norwegian with just one medal and you're standing next to the Bow brothers and they're like crouched down because of the weight of all the medals they have.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I have one more completely unrelated to biathlon, I guess, but do you have any comic books from when you were either a kid or maybe you still read them and a favorite?
I started with Harry Potter quite early. So my mother used to read the first 2 or first 3 books to me, and then I started to read them by myself. But I think that would be the book or the story that influenced my childhood most was Harry Potter. So yeah, I will probably read it to my children as a comic. Harry Potter. Which book?
Yeah, which Harry Potter book?
The 4th part. The 4th. With the I think this has to be the games with the dragon and the
Yes. Yep. Yeah, the wizarding game. I can't remember the name of it. The Triwizard Cup, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I only know it in German, but that wouldn't help here. So
we could figure it out.
And comics. I used to have Donald Duck. So some Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse like stories. I also read them, but comics was not the big of a deal.
It was never a really big thing in Germany.
Asterix and Obelix.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably the more Asterix and Obelix. But I didn't have it as a book. I liked the movies. I didn't have the comic books.
Well, you're going to have to take your son to Disneyland in Paris so he can meet Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse.
I'm not sure if I'm a really big fan of Disneyland. I've never been there before, and I'm not sure if I will go there with my son. Maybe if I will have a daughter someday, maybe with her we can go to Disneyland if she wishes. But with a boy, there are better like theme parks to go than Disneyland.
Yeah.
Legoland.
Probably.
Yeah. Is there one in Germany or is it Denmark you would have to go to?
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know. No, I don't know. I really don't know. I have to look it up.
You still have a couple of years before you need to start looking into that.
Yeah.
I just had a couple more things. One of them is actually back in biathlon world, so I apologize. But you guys had your German championships a couple of weeks back. Pretty good results. I think you had a medal every day. You got to be feeling pretty good about that. But I guess the 2 questions I had were you seeing some immediate results from the work you've been doing? And then was there anybody that surprised you, or anybody that you saw at those competitions you're like, that's kind of cool to see, somebody we should be keeping an eye on a little bit closer this year?
So my results have been really good, and what made me happy was my how I was able to pace my races, so that I was able to have my best skiing times in the last loop, which is a problem what has been a problem for me in the last World Cup races. So I started quite fast and then was losing a lot of time, especially in the last loop. And that's also my focus all summer, to keep a high pace and still have a strong last loop. And that was something I was able to achieve in the German championships. So I was happy with that. And young guys, there have been two athletes who are quite young and were skiing really strong, which surprised me. So I know from the other guys I have been strong, I expected to be strong. So there have been no real like big news or somebody I didn't expect to be in the front. But there have been two young guys, Lukas Tannheimer. He's the little brother of Julia Tannheimer. He was really strong in skiing, and also quite okay in skiing, in shooting. And he's like 2007, 6 or 7. So he's really young, like crazy young. And there also was a guy from Bavaria. He's Eric Roller, and he was like skiing the same times like we guys, and he's 2005. But he was, I think his hit rate was close above 50%, so he was missing all the targets. But he was skiing like we do, or just a small gap behind us. So he was really fast. But that's also on roller skiing, and roller skis always have their own their own laws. But those
Lucas
two guys,
Tannheimer
I'm really.
Lucas being born in 2007 just makes me feel very, very old.
Me too. He's 8 in my year. I would say he's 8 years old.
Yeah, I know. That's how I feel too. Yeah, he's a baby.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then
when you
last
multiply somebody's age 3 times and you're still older, then that's when you feel old.
Yeah.
Last thing I had was, do you have any fun things that you're going to be doing? Like things that you have that you're like, man, I cannot wait to do this with my son. Like, because obviously Disneyland is out, but like, what is things that you're like, you know what, I've been waiting to do this with my kid?
Cycling, or to learn to teach him how to use a walking bike, and then using a real bike. That's something I'm really looking forward to. And also, show him how to ski. So or like just being with him in nature, and showing him, or trying to give him the passion for doing sport. Doesn't matter which sport, just the passion to be in nature and enjoying nature and being active.
Careful what you say with any sport, because esports is a big thing now.
No, esports is not a sport for me. I'm talking about sport where your heart rate, where your heart rate has to go up.
Yeah.
Oh man, did you? Obviously, he is very, 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 very young. But did you hold him and snuggle him while you were watching any races, any cycling races this summer?
Cycling races? No, but the track and field World Championships.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Exposing him early. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name? The pole vaulter whose name I cannot remember right now.
And Mono is Mono. Yeah.
The Swedish. Anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't do it in stadiums with roofs anymore pretty soon.
No, because it's gonna
it's
bust through the roof. It's crazy. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, Justus, we have kept you long enough. You can let your roommate back into the room, and we really appreciate it, man.
It's been a pleasure.
It was fun, as usual.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Welcome to the Club of Fatherhood. It is the greatest journey you're going to go on, and my kids are only almost 5 and 2.5. So, I'm only a little ways ahead of you, but I can tell you, man, this is the best. So enjoy it.
I'm really looking forward to it. It's for sure more important than biathlon.
Oh yeah. Puts everything in perspective, right? People tell you that, but then you have your kid, and you're like, well, this is it.
Yeah,
that's what they meant.
Yeah, it really is.
All right, Justus, get out of here, man.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck with the next event there, and hopefully you have plenty of time to hang out with your wife and little boy there in 2 days, I think you said. So
yeah.
You're going to be in Munich, right? For Loop 1. Good luck with that. We will be watching closely, and we'll check in with you later.
Enjoy.
Certainly.
See you guys, and thanks for having me. Was a lot of fun, and see you again.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.